And I am at the Resource Center, of course, dollars and cents. I have Roy Rickstrew with me today. Good to see you.
Likewise, Tom.
Okay, you're the disability rep here at the Resource Center, and we're going to talk about children now. Disability, applying to Social Security for disability for children.
That's correct. A lot of times you get that question. People think that disability is only an adult program. It's actually a children's program too.
Right.
Kind of where some of the distinction is that kids don't have a work record to draw against.
True.
So the rules are kind of unique for children.
Okay, let's go into, if you're below that, age of 18, I think it is, right?
Correct.
All right, we go below that. What are the, the rules, the requirements there?
So the first thing is if you're a child under the age of 18, you can qualify under the children's rules, or if you're still in secondary school up to age 19.
Okay.
So high school, not college, not tech school, not OTC, not that
Right.
sort of thing. But there are a couple things. They deem parental income and resources. So there's an income and a resource standard, but we don't count the entire income and resource of the family. We only count a portion of it.
Okay.
They deem it to the child.
All right.
Also, there are children's rules for disability, the listing of impairments, they call them. And these are automatic qualifiers for children. They're different than the adult standards. And so you qualify under one of the children rules.
All right.
And they rely heavily on developmental markers. And so when we talk about kids that are in special ed programs at school, for example, there's a lot of peer-to-peer consideration to see how your kids are progressing in things like language development, in muscle ability, walking, talking, that sort of thing.
So it will be different for every child, in other words. But it has to adhere to those markers they're looking at.
That's correct. And a lot of times the school systems do a fantastic job of giving us a comparison from child to child because they have all these kids there to compare against.
Okay.
There's a placement procedure to put kids in a special needs program, and because of that, there's documentation there that Social Security can use to help establish children disability.
Okay.
Children do age out of this program. So, you can have kids that are approved for the children's disability. When they turn 18, they age out of the program.
Okay.
So it's not a permanent thing. They have to then requalify as an adult.
So the standards do change
They
then.
do.
All right. Where does it go then?
Well, there's a couple other things. There's disabled adult children, which seems like an oxymoron, right?
Yes.
But these are folks that are over the age of 18, but are under the age of 22.
Okay.
And a lot of times you'll see lifetime disabilities where parents just didn't file in time before age 18 to qualify under one of the children's rules.
Right.
So they can meet either the children's rule or the adult's rule, depending on their onset date when their condition became severe enough. So if you're 19, you'll meet the adult. If you're 17, you may meet the children's rules.
Okay, so that all depends on onset date.
That's correct. And I have some clients right now who have hearings in front of judges that actually have 3 claims. One is a child, one is an adult child, and one is an adult. And so the judge will have to look at all 3 eligibility
sets of
criteria.
standards.
Yep.
All right, and I can see here draws off of mom and dad's work record.
That's correct. So these kids don't have a work record. They haven't had the opportunity to be part of the workforce to have an account to draw against on their own. So they piggyback off of mom and dad's work record.
All right, so where do we go then from here? You've still got more requirements and things.
Mom and dad have to have an open Social Security account. So they have to be on disability, they have to be on early retirement, they have to be on retirement of some sort. There has to be an account that's open for the kids to then piggyback off of.
Okay.
So if mom and dad aren't receiving any benefits from Social Security, they just have to qualify as an adult as opposed to an adult child.
Explain the earning test there.
Just simply stated, children can't be earning over a certain threshold from their work effort. And so, you may have kids that are in a special ed program and are working at a sheltered workshop, for example.
Right.
That income may not be an issue. But if your kid is trying to work at Hardee's or McDonald's or something along those lines, they have to be under an earning test on their own as well.
Okay, now there's always we talk about mainstreaming, and every now and then, a disabled child, adult, they'll get married. Everything changes, it looks like.
It ends. Yeah.
It's that simple.
Disabled adult children benefits traditionally end with marriage. Exception would be if you have 2 disabled adult children who marry each other, then it doesn't. But essentially they're establishing themselves independent of their parents, and so they come off their parents' work record.
Okay, what I'm getting from all of this is you need to find, an expert like Roy to kind of walk you through these semi-minefields. If people want to talk to you, they want to get in touch, find out more, how do they do it?
Couple things. We have the QR code here on the screen that you can scan to get directly to our website. I also have same-day appointments and, of course, free consultations. So you can give me a call here at the Resource Center. at the 417-882-1800
Uh-huh.
or urdisabilityrep.com if you want to get on our website and learn more about the programs or myself.
Roy will help you out.